folks, so this is kind of a special edition of Gentleman's Box Unboxing. This is the quarterly premium box for the fall quarter of 2017. The last time I saw one of these, so they've done some upgrading, although it kind of looks like the upgrading came at a price. Obviously, as you can see, this is now a wood box, and I'm loving the look of the wood. The last box that came in cardboard, so I'm looking at the back, and this was made by the folks at Woodchuck, and I'm kind of giving a little bit of a wide berth here because the folks at Gentleman's Box, they're taking a leap on this, and anytime you roll out something new, there are going to be some issues, and it kind of looks like the box itself. I actually had to push one of the sides back into place, so hopefully when the next quarterly box comes out, Woodchuck will have kind of perfected this process. If you take a look here, it looks like that front panel doesn't even align with this side here. And again, I'm not complaining. Well, okay, not that much, because it's still a nice box, but even now I'm kind of having to push it in just to make sure that it doesn't fall apart on me before I actually get to the unboxing. I'll do the unboxing, but I would rather not gravity assist me with the unboxing. So even with this, I'll try to see if I can hold the lid, and you can see it's like the lid slides off, but like you can see, something about that one panel is really is out of position. So like I said, we're gonna write this off as a learning curve, because again, if the box was like a box everything, this would be really, really nice, and I like the direction that they're going in. It just looks like there are some issues with Woodchuck so far as the vendor is concerned. So I'm going to slide the lid off and give it a sniff. So when I was in high school in 9th grade, I got what we call tracked. Tracking was when you were literally put into a track in school, and you basically stayed there. When I was in 8th grade, my guidance counselor basically said, "Panda, you're too stupid for college." He didn't quite say it like that. The phrase he used was, "You're not college material." Here I am, 13 years old, not even 14 yet, not even in 9th grade, and they had already decided that I was a wash to society. So for my 9th grade in high school, I was tracked in the voc-ed track, the vocational track, and one of the classes that I took was woodshop, and it was kind of fun. Even now at 45, I kind of regret that I didn't keep it up. Of course, woodworking is a space-intensive hobby. It is a money-intensive hobby. It is a time-intensive hobby. But I do kind of wish that I kept doing it. I kind of regret it. And anytime I get like freshly cut wood or cut wood period, I always like just to give it a smell, because it reminds me, it takes me back to those days, good, bad, and ugly. So let's go ahead and see what is actually in the premium box. Oh, okay. I'm just going to take the paper and do some moving here. So I see it's kind of like, where do I want to go? I'll grab the glass first. So we've got cross promotion time. 2 whiskey glasses. There's another glass in here I'll pull out right now. 2 whiskey glasses from Jim Beam. So for some reason, Jim Beam has been putting a lot of swag in here, and I've got almost a full set. I know I've got the whiskey stones. I've got a few other things. Oh, the coasters! My God, those wood coasters. So I'm liking it. Again, Jim Beam, you can never go wrong with that product. A good glass of whiskey. We're at college right now. This is week 12. It's week 11 of the semester. There are about 4 more contact weeks to go. We've got like Thanksgiving coming in the middle and Veterans Day coming in the middle, but we're definitely reaching the back end of the semester, and the closer we get to December, the more I want to drink. And having 2 really kick-ass whiskey glasses will help me in that endeavor, especially the first week of December, when suddenly the doo-doo hits the fan. I love them, I do, don't get me wrong, but several of my students, just every semester, they never seem to realize that the end is there until after Thanksgiving. And at that point in time, there's not much that I can do to help, except I can drink. And I now have 2 glasses for that. So the next thing we have is from... Oh, okay, they're kind of a paired set. All right, so I'm going to grab these together then. So the first thing we have from Studio, these are Regent. Oh, look at that. You can see my cluttered desktop. I'm getting some great reflection off this. Hey, no, now you're seeing... Hey, the perfect angle. There we go. So from Studio... these are Regent wireless headphones, compatible with all Bluetooth devices. I have a pair, although, it's nice to have more than one. And I think what's really interesting with these is these are black marble, and basically what they do is they clip on, and they kind of modify the headphones. And the nice thing is looking at these, black marble, I like the look. It's got a very classy look to it. The wireless ones that I have are Skull Candy, and they're not bad. Don't get me wrong. But Skull Candy kind of has a certain look to their headphones, and this does not. Oh, hey, I hit the angle perfectly that time. Skull Candy, it's kind of more of a younger brand, and they design around a younger aesthetic. And this takes me back to the early 1980s. Back when the stereo was just as much a centerpiece of the living area as the television was. And you bought accessories for it. They were kind of like little works of art. So like these headphones look very, very, very similar to the headphones that I interacted with when I was a child. My father, after his divorce, decided that he was going to go deep on this is going to really date it, a Harman Kardon component stereo, and he had a pair of headphones almost like this to listen to. So I like the aesthetic, It's not that the Skull Candy is bad, but this definitely has kind of a more mature, sophisticated look to it. And I think when those marble end pieces kind of get on, it'll look really, really sharp. So moving on, I'm going to hold on that for a second just because I see... We'll take a moment and we will go for the apparel section of the unboxing. So this is from a brand called The Doctors, I believe, or at least that's what the tag says. So the tag says The Doctors. The tie really doesn't say doctor. The tie doesn't say medical. It's just kind of a nice design. It's a light blue with some embroidered dot patterns into it. Probably. So of course, I'm working on the fluorescent here, but I have kind of an orange shirt. Yeah, something this would actually work perfectly. I kind of like the look of it right now. I like the texture on the tie. So if you take a look, it actually has a texture on it. Again, I'm kind of hoping for one of these boxes at some point in time in the next couple months, just to throw in like a good solid. I think that's kind of the one big thing that I've noticed with all my men's boxes for like the last year and then some. I'm getting lots of great pattern ties. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but I haven't seen just some good, solid colored ties coming in. And I think that if you think about wearing a patterned or an overly decorated shirt, there's a certain value just to having like a nice, solid tie to bring it together. So, like the tie, it definitely fits with the palette, color palette of the shirts that I have in my current business wardrobe, my working wardrobe. And we have, from Dead Socksy, a pair of socks, and kind of liking the package. I don't think I've ever seen Dead Socksy actually put something, well, okay, I've never had Dead Socksy product arrive in this kind of envelope, so that's kind of a cool thing for them to do. It looks like, what are you? Pardon me a second. This is interesting. So the color itself, let's start there. It looks like it's either kind of a gray or a grayish blue with blue dots on it. But what I was looking at here, if you look halfway down the foot, there's this almost like odd little elastic band there. And I'm not exactly sure what that's for. I've never seen something like this on a pair of men's dress socks. Now, when I stretch it, you take a look, obviously it was designed to stretch. And the foot part of it is doing that very, very well. Of course, we can go in and we can give it the obligatory calf test. Actually, it feels like, at least it's giving. It's giving, so it would go on well. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, as you can tell, surprise, surprise, I'm morbidly obese, which means that I deal with all the fun things of morbid obesity, including that the fact that my calves and ankles are considerably larger than the calves and ankles that a lot of men's dress socks are designed for. One other interesting thing here, so I'm looking at the back, 75% bamboo, 23% polyester, and 2% elastane. I don't think I've ever seen bamboo as a fabric in a pair of dress socks before. But again, kind of getting back to the calves, I think they could go on easy. The big question would be, how much do they compress my calf during the course of the day? And how long do I have to spend with my shoes and socks off before my feet and legs go back to normal? So, looks like we have the last thing here, and it passes the sniff test. This is real leather. This is the good stuff. This is a leather dop kit. I am liking quite a bit. The dop kit that I have right now is the dop kit that came with my Swiss gear luggage that I purchased many years ago. And it's kind of big, and it's designed to snap into the it's designed to snap into the suitcase itself. But this, I am really liking this. I mean, like I said, if anything else, it's leather, real leather. I can snort this, and it's absolutely leather. The zipper, of course, is a new zipper. The zipper's probably going to need a little working over before it kind of breaks in. Didn't see anything inside, although I really haven't looked inside it yet. And yeah, nothing inside. This is from Jack Mulligan. Made with purpose. Superior quality goods. Handmade in the USA. And I will absolutely support that notion. Superior quality. I am loving the hell out of this dop kit. I think out of everything in the box, this dop kit right now is kind of, this is king. I think, the headphones were nice, and I am absolutely going to use the headphones. But I think in terms of the big thing, every time I get a box, usually I have like one thing that I just really, I have this moment where it's like, oh my God. And this leather dop kit, just, excuse me. This leather dop kit is just amazing. I think once we get the zipper issue worked out, that's just a matter of, opening it and closing it about 40 or 50 times until the teeth kind of get conditioned. Even now, I've done this, maybe 10 times over the course. It's already starting to open and close a little easier. So I think for everything, this is the item that I will get the most use of. The socks and the tie, I'll put them in my rotation. The the whiskey glasses, I will probably pick those bad boys up shortly after Thanksgiving, and I will not put them down until about December 19th or 20th. The headphones are nice, and I'm actually really looking forward to plugging them in and seeing what the sound looks like, and seeing what they look like with the attachments on. But I think this dock kit for me really was kind of the big thing from this box that I am just absolutely loving. So let's go ahead and take a look, because we have the magazine here. Gentleman's Box always is a very nice magazine / guide, with the monthly boxes as well as with the quarterly premium. So let's go ahead and just see what's in here. So we have the welcome letter from John, the co-founder and COO. Dear Gentleman's Box member, welcome to your first premium box. Oh, okay. So the other boxes, I guess, I don't know, prototype premiums, because I know they did the anniversary box, and I know they did the spring adventure box, but I guess this is the first box actually launched under the mantle of the premium box. Since the inception of Gentleman's Box, we have worked countless hours to improve and transform the customer experience. We've made some exciting changes based on the constant feedback from our wonderful community. We have launched 3 new subscriptions: Sock of the Month, Tie of the Month, and now the Premium Box. Each quarter, you can expect to receive a variety of high-quality luxury fashion items, fashion accessories, and lifestyle goods. The theme for this Premium Box is centered around 5 different cities with their own unique styles. Future Premium Boxes will focus on a different city around the globe, and will help you discover products from all over the world. Very cool. Thank you very much for continuing to support Gentleman's Box. We are confident you will love your new subscription. In everything that you do, gents, remember to look good, feel good, and be good. So, yeah, they did the full magazine experience here. Awesome. So, tie doctors. All right, I'm 45. It's been 2 years since my eyes have been last checked, and I really need to get to the optometrist and get these updated. So, it was tie doctors, not the doctors. The script and everything in middle age. Tie at 65, the Dead Soxy socks at 25. And again, like I said, one of the things that Gentleman's Box always does very, very well is they are a good entry-level company. Because the magazine kind of gives you a little guidance on how to dress with the products in the box. So, you've got the style profile, you've got the complementary colors, you've got the flavor text down at the bottom. But, kind of a nice thing to look at if you're just kind of starting to explore the whole idea of upping your style game. That's always nice about it. The Studio Regent headphones and design caps at $119. The Jack and Mulligan Presley travel kit. Oh my God, I'm loving that leather travel kit. I swear I'm going to snort that at least one more time before I put it back in the box. And again, you can probably get a little better look at what the headphones look like with the caps on them. And yes, the Jim Beam Black rock glasses, $20. So I'm assuming how to style in 5 different cities. So I'm assuming that these are the 5 cities representing. So the question now is, what city is which? So we'll go with the easy one first. I'm going to pick off the low-hanging fruit. We've got Dallas, Toronto, Stockholm, New York City, and Louisville. So to kind of recap the box and bring us to an end here, I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a recap and figure out what belongs to which style. So we're going to start off, I'm going to go with the real low-hanging fruit, the Studio Regent headphones, obviously, is our pick from Stockholm. Likewise, more low-hanging fruit. It's pretty safe to say that the Jim Beam glasses are coming to us from Louisville. So that leaves us with Dallas, Toronto, and New York City. So in Dallas, you'll fit right in with a plaid button-up shirt, denim pants, and a braided leather belt with boat shoes or canvas sneakers. During the summer, switch the denim with a pair of khaki shorts and make sure you wear a cotton or linen shirt. Toronto, menswear is loosening up. Wear a pair of relaxed jeans with a loose-fitted shirt during the warm days and a sweater during the cold nights. Make sure your clothing is not oversized or skin tight. Also have a waterproof jacket because it rains a lot in Toronto. And then finally, New York City. The beauty of New York is you can dress the way you want, but avoid looking like a tourist. The best way to dress is with a pair of khakis, a classy button-up shirt, and a light jacket. When you're on the town, make sure you wear your classy outfits. So I'm going to, gosh. Part of me is saying the Dop Kit is Dallas. Just, Dallas, Texas, cowboys, leather. But I'm almost kind of saying this tie. For some reason, this tie just has a little bit of a Texas vibe to it. A little overly ornate, a little overly decorated. So we're going to guess the tie. And if my friends at Gentleman's Box would love to correct me, please, by all means, do. So that leaves Toronto and New York City. I'm going to guess the socks on Toronto. Just because they do, dots, you can never go wrong with polka dots. They always have a certain air of sophistication to them. And likewise, thinking about sophistication, like I said, this Dop Kit is just the killer app in this box. So there we go. All in all, happy with what I paid for the box. Feel like I got a good return on the money I put in. The only real complaint and feedback I would give right now is, just make sure that the goods you're getting from Woodchuck are kind of up to par. Because like I said, when I opened up the box that this was shipped in, the box had already kind of started to separate. I kind of had to push things together. I don't know if they forgot to glue the dowels in. Likewise, oh Jesus, look at this. All right, so this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Now that it's kind of been out for a bit, if you take a look, that's just completely separated. That front plate is totally separated from the sides. Theoretically, I could fall back on my old woodworking skills, and it looks like there's a nail in there. You can see the dowel. God, I'm talking like my 9th grade woodworking self. You can see what looks like a dowel in there. Oh no, that's sorry, that's the flooring. I could probably maybe get some Elmer's glue, but like I said, you've got things like this front panel, which is totally misaligned. So, like I said, it's the first premium box. I'm going to assume that future premium boxes will come like this, and I'm going to hope that Woodchuck kind of gets their game together. So, not going to fault Gentleman's Box on this, although this box probably should not have left the this box should not have left the assembly center. But anyway, all in all, love the stuff that's inside. So at this point in time, if you would like to subscribe and see these videos in the future, Gentleman's Box I get every month, including the premium service. Espresso Box and Birch Box are kind of more my gentleman themed boxes. On the geek side, I am down to Geek Fuel, Super Geek Box, and Loot Crate. So please, by all means, hit the subscribe button. If you want to leave some comments, by all means, absolutely do. I'm trying to engage people. I say trying with fingers crossed. Beyond that, I will see everybody very, very soon for the next Gentleman's Box that comes in, or the next box in general that comes in. So until then, be good, be good to each other, stay safe out there.